Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Ty The Tasmanian Tiger. Where we left off last time was we went over a little bit of the hub world, and we finished 2 up, and I believe we got the first talisman, correct?
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. It's actually really cool though, that like 2D, 3D effect right there.
Yeah.
Alright, so this episode we're doing Walk in the Park, which is the next level, and I'm also going to be using the song from this stage in the background of one of my videos that shouldn't be out yet by the time this goes up, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
I would also like to point out that we have a special guest for this episode. And his name is...
What's up? It's Noah.
Hello. How are you today, Noah?
Oh, not so bad, and you?
I'm alright. Do you have any experience with Ty at all?
Not at all. I've only seen just a little bit of playthrough, but that's about it.
Okay. Not bad. Is this just, by the end of this, I'll ask you if you think that it, if you would want to play it in the future. So, the more that we watch this and go over it, you can form your own opinion. But, as I've told Shadow before, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite games that is not Legend of Zelda. Shocking, I know. So, this is one of my favorite little levels. It's called A Walk in the Park, and in this level particular, we meet Ranger Ken, I'm pretty sure that's his name, and we meet Sheza for the first time. She is super cute, and you'll see why.
Okay. Sounds dope.
Yeah.
I will say no, I've only played this one level, or the first level of the game, and I actually really like it already, so I'd say this is a pretty swell game.
Oh, sweet.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so right now you're just going around collecting some extra stuff.
Oh, is that the way I came? No, it wasn't. What the heck?
But I would suggest
probably
going back to where you spawned in at, because I would look around and see if you can see anything that you missed.
Like that invisible box right there?
Yes, the transparent ones.
Oh, camera. That was weird.
I had mentioned before that, sometimes sometimes they're easy to see, some of them are not. Typically, that's a thing that after you unlock a certain thing within the game, you go back to the levels and you search out for the boxes. There's definitely, the thing that you unlock is really, really cool. Definitely one of the coolest parts of the game, I would say.
Okay.
But, we'll see that later in the playthrough.
I really dig the aesthetic of this level because it feels like it's like a rainforest type deal, which is really cool. I always liked rainforests.
Yeah.
One of my favorite kind of environments, if I'm being honest.
Yep. I'd also like to point out that since, we are doing another level and stuff like that, we did switch up Ty's skin, which we said that we would do. So what skin is this?
This is the prototype skin, so if I had to guess what this means, it means this is like his original design, or maybe like a beta design that they later changed. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just guessing based off of the fact that it's called prototype.
Yeah.
So is this a remastered version of the game, or is it just re-released?
It's a remastered version. It's definitely not a remake. It's a remaster, that's for sure. But I don't know. Me personally, I still think that this game the graphics could have been better for a remaster
Yeah.
than what we got, because I don't know, it just looks like a slight upscale, and that's all it is.
It does, but it looks like it at least kind of holds up. I mean, what was this for, the GameCube?
Yeah, this was like GameCube PS2 era.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still does. It still looks pretty good, even for back then.
Right. I believe that this was released in 2002. So, it is coming up on,
20 years.
Almost 20 years now.
Yeah, which, for a almost 20-year-old game, it's obviously not going to be perfect, but I would say, it could definitely be a lot worse. I would say that, just, the way that he looks, the way that he moves, I'd say it was pretty good for its time.
Yeah, there's definitely some 3D games that have not held up well, but this, I can definitely tell this one is not one of them.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, like I had mentioned before, there's also little details, or like while playing the game, like, in every single level there's some type of animal, insect, something that's, just gives, very nice ambiance, a little bit extra.
Even the graphics for that water slide look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty fun.
It's a little wonky with how fucking fast you shift from side to side, and that's probably why I missed that one orb. What are these called again?
Opals.
Opals, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the Sonic Dreamcast in a way.
Honestly, this reminds me of another thing that's in Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is the slide sections. Although, I mean, obviously this game came first again. Missed another one. I can go back up there, right?
Yeah, eventually. So, that is a leech, and you want to chomp them. So,
Yum.
Like, that's another thing. If you go back to those mosquito fly things, yeah, over there.
Yeah.
They look really bad. Especially for a remaster, you would think that they would look a little better.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, you can definitely tell with some of the polygons
Ranger
and
Ken,
stuff.
I
They didn't go nearly as hard.
Sup, fam? My name's Fam, not Cobber.
Yes, Ranger Ken.
Oh, and they're also all Australian.
Yeah.
Cave bats.
So,
Boy!
my boy.
My boy.
I can't do it really well.
Cave
We got
bats.
here's a badger. One
So,
of the fiercest mammals in all of Australia.
So one thing that, I've noticed with this game that does differ from the original is you see this little brown, mud, okay? In the original, how you're like jumping and running, you're slowed a little bit, but it's nothing compared to, turn around and look up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the brown muck, in the original, you could barely jump, you couldn't run, it was a mess. So, and it was like, you needed to get up on the green little platforms to, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go back that way from the other side. I want to keep going through this first.
So it was basically kind of like, I'm trying to think what game had it where, like, if you got stuck in the mud, you were basically screwed.
I don't know. I don't recall.
Oh, I remember what it was. It was Sergeant Heroes. Or Sarge's Heroes. For the Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64 with the green cartridge, right?
Yep, because if you got stuck in the mud while you were in training or anywhere in the game, you do this wacky little just kind of pleading to get out, and you had the hardest time to get out of it.
Yeah. So, another thing I want to mention is, so when we did 2-up the level, it's your basic, your starter, your starter level, getting you, kind of used to the
Oh, do you take fall damage?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of dumb.
wow.
When you go from certain heights.
Do you take fall damage if you glide?
No.
Okay.
So, you know, like I said, 2-up was you're getting used to all the controls and all the good stuff. Now, you know, they kind of like walked you through everything, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
But these ones, you know, these levels is where they start like getting tricky. They start like hiding things more in depth. Like you really got to work for it. So just like, you know, just to kind of explain a little bit to you, Noah, if you want to press the minus button, we can show him kind of like, so this is like our main like screen of like all the things that we need to collect throughout the levels. Like, so the little stone things that he just got, the blue and red, those are called thunder eggs. You know, we need to collect, you know, a certain amount of those. Those are the question marks, you know, that are on the other screen. We need to collect 5 bilbies in every single level. We have to collect 300 opals, which is, you know, the red little shiny pepperonis that you keep seeing. They vary in color, and there's 10 golden cogs through every level as well. And, you know, there's also a certain amount of, like, little picture frames that are, you know, hidden inside of the transparent boxes. So there's, like, a certain goal that we have to work towards every single level.
Yeah.
And since we are essentially a Let's Play channel, hashtag first time playthroughs, hashtag 1TP, hashtag this sucks.
Wow, okay.
So, you know, we are going to 100% the game, and that's all chill and everything. So.
Yeah. Lip boys.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like Rayman 2, where, you know, you'd have to catch so many fairies to get out of the level.
Yeah. It's also, you know, with this kind of like system, it also, you know, it reminds me a lot of Spyro. Because, you know, you have to collect so many gems.
Do I get hurt if I fall down? Okay, good.
No. You know, and it's, you basically have to get through the level. There's an end portal where you leave. And it's just, overall, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, so it's an adventure platformer, basically.
Adventure platformer, 3D platformer, what have you.
Same thing.
Yeah. So, like, that right there is the transparent boxes that I was talking about. There's, you know, a certain amount of pictures in each level.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fall damage in a 3D platformer. I mean, to be fair, Mario 64 has fall damage, but I don't know. I never liked the concept of fall damage, at least in a game like this. I mean, in a more realistic game, sure, but I don't know. That's just me, though.
Mm-hmm.
Battle for Bikini Bottom doesn't have fall damage, so...
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of games do have fall damage, you know, especially for 3D platformers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely varies. There's no doubt. I'm more of on the side that I'd rather it not. Okay, well, I guess I'm going right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess for some it just makes sense because they don't want you going like right back to the beginning of a level or trying to jump too high, but that's all really up to the developers.
Yep.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, missed that one.
So this is like definitely one of the things that I don't care for in this particular level because you know, it is easy to die, and you know, I don't really like that they put the opals so like sporadic in love that in the water slide, because you know, it really is difficult to control Ty while he is going down the slide.
No kidding.
Yeah, it looks so wobbly.
It really is. And it, like, towards the end, I mean, it's not really a spoiler because, you know, every single level has some kind of race or time attack of the sorts. So, for this level, there is a time attack race.
Jesus.
And...
Time attack, bro.
Yeah. So you have to race on this, and it is abysmal.
That actually sounds like hell.
Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
God bless your soul.